Hi everyone. Hi Mom. Sorry it's been such a long time. I've been down with the flu, so I haven't been able to not cough long enough to actually record anything, and I'll probably cough during this, so please forgive me. I had a request a while back now for me to show how I make a paper bag. So I was playing with this, and this measures 4 across by a little over 6 inches. And it really depends on how tall you want your little flap at the top. The flap can be done in many different ways. I just simply used a Spellbinders, the longer shaped oval rather than the fatter ones, to just, draw at the top and give me something to follow. You can cut it out with pinking shears to give yourself a little bit of an edge. You can simply do a square top and then angle off the corners. There's lots of different ways, and you guys are super creative, so you can think of other ways. But this is just the base of how to make a basic paper bag. There are lots of dies out there and stuff, but dies can be very expensive, and then you're stuck with one size. Whereas this, you can make them smaller, make them bigger. I'm just going to show you the premise, and then you guys can take it from there. So I've done a little template here, and I'm going to leave that, let's do it a little bit closer, so that, you can maybe write that down and get an idea of the measurements that I used, okay? So I've already pre-cut my paper. Now I suggest paper and not cardstock. It would be super thick, and it would probably crack when you tried to bend everything up. Sorry. I just sound weird in my ears. In my head it sounds weird. Okay, so I've cut my paper at 8.5 by 7.5. It depends on your, if you want a solid or a pattern. So you have to judge, which way you want your paper going, right? So you want this to be the wider part. This is the part you're going to fold in like a trifold. So the first thing you're going to do is, I'm going to do this upside down, sorry. But your first score is going to be at 2 1/4. Then your next score is 6 1/4. Okay, then you're going to turn your page, and you want to pay attention to what's right side up if you've got pattern. I want the flowers going that way, so this is going to be my bottom. So now you're going to score at, sorry, 6 3/4. And that'll get me a 3/4 inch fold up. Just looks nicer. I don't know. I personally think it looks nicer. Okay, so now this part, if you score at 1 1/4, but only to your fold line. So I'm going to flip the paper over so I can see the bump here better. So 1 1/4. I said 1 1/4, right? Yeah, 1 1/4. Just to your fold line. And I have difficulties following the line. I end up not following the line. So if you just put a little ruler down there, you'll know where your line is. Because I don't want to go right across. I just want to score up to my fold line. And I could flip my paper, but then I'd have to figure out the measurement. Okay, so that's all you need your scoreboard for. Now, next thing you want to do is, you'll see this is narrower than this side. So the fatter side is what you want to turn in first. The narrower side over top of that. So what I tried to do was get it so it was almost right in the center. But you need this side to be, oh, did I do that backwards? Yeah, I did that backwards. You want this side to be wider so that you have something to glue to. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. Okay, so because I did a 4-inch bag, if you did it at 2, it would be over here. It wouldn't look centered because I tried it. So I added the 1/4 inch. You could add even like 1/8 of an inch. And I think because when you fold it, it changes the look. So, you know, it's up to you. Anyway, you go ahead and do that part. Okay, so now you've got a bit of a lip here to glue this to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fold the bottom up just to give my crease mark. There we go. Okay. Now you don't want all this bulk, so you need to cut away this section here and this section here. I like to cut this one on an angle so that it's not straight like that. I like a bit of an angle. Looks nicer when you fold it up. So just to the bend line. Same on that side. And then when you cut this part away, you want to cut above the fold, so not below the fold. Otherwise, it's going to interfere when you go to fold your bag together. Same on this side, just above the fold line. I mean, if it's not enough, you can always go back and trim it. Okay. So now you can see when that goes together, that's going to fold up. And then you've taken away all that excess bulk. You can do a decorative edge on the bottom here too if you wanted to, and have something, you know, fancy on the bottom. Okay, so this is where I take my oval. And the reason I did the score lines is because that's the part I'm going to cut away, but it also helps me line up my oval. So I want it corner to corner. So I just keep moving the oval down until it lines up. So it's about there. And then I just go ahead and draw a line. Okay. I went past, but it doesn't matter, it won't show. Now, I'm going to cut this part away, and this part I also want to go to the inside, because if I cut on the right side, to me, you know, it's upside down to you, but if I cut on this side, then it's going to stick up too high. So you want to cut it just below that fold line here. And then when I hit the oval, I'm just going to continue to cut. Now this is where you could use your pinking shears, which I can't find mine. I don't know what happened to them. I know I had a pair, but they've disappeared. Okay, and again, below the fold line. I'm going to cough again, you guys. Sorry. It's funny how you can feel it coming on. Okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. So you're going to fold it in and fold it over and fold it up. So there's your bag. Now you can, sorry, you can ink up your flap if you don't want a white inside. You can also line it with a shorter piece of paper. Like if you cut out another shape, you could put that in there like that. So when you fold that over, you'd have another decorative look. I wouldn't go all the way down. It's not necessary, but I would probably go to about here. And then that would give you a really nice looking bag. So this is what it turns out like. I always ink up all the edges because I like the look. And it's a good size little bag, but it'd fit in any journal. It's not super big. it's, like I said, it's a little over 6 inches, and I'm not sure if this one is the same. Yeah, same. It's like 6.5 maybe. Sorry about that. Anyway, I can't talk much longer. So hopefully that's helpful to the person that asked me about that. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Also, before I go real quick, I wanted to congratulate Nikki Renee. She is the winner of a secret draw I just did a couple of days ago. Well, actually last week. I just randomly took a video that I had done recently and counted how many people had commented in the comment box and put it in random.org, and the number coincided with Nikki's. So she's the winner of one of my journals, which hopefully I will get mailed out this coming week. Sorry, Nikki. I've just been too sick to cross the border. Anyway, you guys, I hope everybody's doing well. And I am getting better. It just doesn't sound like it, but I am getting better. Thanks for watching, and thumbs up if you like it. Have a wonderful week. Bye.